Hello there, Star Wars fans, and happy Jedi Survivor release week. Before playing Jedi Survivor, you may wonder, why is the crew separated? What happened to them? What happened in the 5 years in between the games? And there was a book that came out called Jedi Battle Scars that kind of goes through the events between them. It's okay. It's not that great. I don't know. I don't think it stays all that true to the characters, but it's canon information, and I read the book, so you don't have to. Now, I didn't think it was that great, didn't keep me super engaged, but I got a plot summary. I'm going to tell you all that happened, so stay tuned. Let's go over what happened in between the two games for Jedi Battle Scars. Alright, so it's a novel that takes place between Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The story, it follows Cal and the crew of the Mantis, who are known now for fighting the Empire, carrying out missions that just basically name Imperial targets and just go get them, kind of like a strike team, using a lot of elements of surprise. At least that's how Marin and Seer saw it. A strike team that just takes out Imperial targets when they have to. And in Battle Scars, the crew eventually comes across one of the new main characters of the book, an Imperial deserter named Fret. Interesting name. He's seeking their help in recovering some damaged, dangerous technology from the Empire. Fret claims that the crew is a symbol of hope. The Mantis crew is known all around the Imperial galaxy, even within the Empire. In the Empire, this crew is known as a symbol of hope. That's interesting. So they've obviously grown in stature, they've obviously grown in how much they're known, because in Fallen Order, they were kind of they were pretty small. They were unknown. The Inquisitors couldn't take them down, but now they're pretty well known, even among the Empire's ranks. However, Fret's presence causes the crew to realize they all have different goals throughout all of this. Cal is driven much more in the book by wanting to just go at the Empire, take the fight right at the Empire, while the others disagree, saying it just doesn't make any sense considering how big the Empire is. Seer is still struggling for most of this book with the events of Fallen Order and what happened with Trilla. That makes a lot of sense, just struggling with all that, trying to fight the dark side, trying to stay away from those terrible thoughts. And meanwhile, Marin is kind of grappling, kind of dealing with the loss of a lot of her magic, a lot of the connection to her Night Sisters' magic, right? Her connection to her sisters. Stuff we saw in the first game that helped her cloak the ship and even take down Terran Malicos, so struggling with the loss of that magic. The crew eventually goes on a mission, of course, to infiltrate an Imperial base, and it goes quite wrong, as they're attacked by, guess who? An Inquisitor. This one is the fifth brother. We see this guy in Kenobi, see him in Rebels, pretty ugly, and during the fight, Seer actually, instead of fighting, attempts to bring him back to the light, which does not work, leads to Grease actually losing his arm when he tries to save Cal from the Inquisitor going at him. It's an interesting fight. Cal is knocked out pretty early on, and when the Inquisitor goes to kill him, Grease loses his arm, the crew escapes, and yeah, later on after that, the differences kind of really jumble together. They really are disagreeing with each other after these years together, and the differences just come to a head. They begin to question whether they want to even continue on together. And of course, we see, as we start playing Jedi Survivor, the crew has separated. Eventually, by the way, Marin does get her magic back as this Fret, forgot his name. Fret, the Fret guy. He helps Marin get her magic back as the two develop a bit of a holy moly, romantic connection. I'm not cutting that out because it was goofy. Anyways, they develop a bit of a romantic connection, Marin and Fret. Meanwhile, in the background, Cal is like, dang, I have feelings for Marin. And the two don't really talk about it that much, but Cal talks to Seer about Jedi attachment. Seer, they're trying to decide, should they be the Jedi of old or their new Jedi? Anyways, that's how that goes. The crew eventually separates. I think Cal and Marin have a much better connection than Fret and Marin, and hopefully that's explored in Jedi Survivor, but either way, that's where we're at. The emotional impact of Battle Scars is it's more so what the book is about, the emotional impact. It sets up the story of Jedi Survivor, sets up the crew separating, going their separate ways, Seer pursuing her goal of just recovering Jedi artifacts, Grease leaves to run a cantina, and yeah, Cal continues to fight the Empire with the help of others. I don't think we know exactly what happens to Marin, but that's where we're at. Yeah, we're gonna form a rebel cell maybe with Cal, that's hinted at. Crew's separation shows the toll that the past 5 years have taken, and that's where we're at. Didn't love the book? Let me know if you read it. Let me know if you're playing Survivor. Let me know what you thought of Fallen Order. Let me know everything that's going on in your life. All right, have a good one, everybody. Enjoy the game. The game looks great. Didn't love the book, but I'll see you in the next video.